Welcome to Creative Imperfections. I'm Kelly, and I am so glad you're here. Think of this podcast as your safe place to be your beautifully messy self. Let's dive in. First of all, I would like to formally begin this episode by filing a complaint against adulthood. I don't know where to submit it. I don't know who reviews these things, and I don't know if there's a customer service department somewhere handling concerns, but I have notes. Quite a few notes, actually, because when I was younger, I had a very different understanding of what adulthood was going to feel like. I thought adults knew things. I thought adults had answers. I thought that one day I would wake up and suddenly cross some invisible line where life would make sense and I would feel like I had finally arrived. I assumed there would be this magical moment where I'd become one of those people who effortlessly kept a planner, remembered birthdays without reminders, folded fitted sheets correctly, and knew exactly what to make for dinner every night without standing in front of the refrigerator like I was decoding an ancient mystery. I really believed that. And now I'm here. And I'm realizing adulthood is mostly just repeatedly deciding what to eat for the rest of your life. I mean, that seems to be a large part of it, at least. Because somehow nobody prepared me for the amount of decisions involved. Every day starts, and immediately adulthood is waiting. What are we wearing today? What are we eating? Did you answer that email? When was the last time you drank water? Did you schedule that appointment? Remember that thing you forgot to remember? No, no, I do not. And I don't know why I thought adulthood was going to feel more organized than this. I think I assumed I'd eventually become someone who walked around feeling completely certain and put together all the time. But instead, adulthood feels a lot more like opening 15 tabs in your brain and then forgetting where the music is coming from. You're handling work and responsibilities and relationships and family and goals and emotions and dishes and laundry and remembering passwords and trying to become the best version of yourself somewhere in the middle of all of it. And somehow you're also expected to maintain proper posture and drink enough water. That feels ambitious. I think what surprises me most is that everyone looks like they know what they're doing. Everyone. People are walking around confidently, carrying clipboards and calendars and answering emails with phrases like circling back and per my last message, and they seem to be so official. Meanwhile, I still occasionally stare at a simple form thinking, I don't know why this question suddenly feels difficult. And I think for a long time, I assumed I was behind somehow. Like there was a class everyone else attended, and I somehow missed it. Like everyone else received an adulting handbook, and mine got lost in the mail. Because people don't talk about the messy parts. They don't talk about standing in the kitchen exhausted and deciding that cereal counts as dinner because emotionally, that's where we're at today. They don't talk about pretending they understand things while secretly Googling them 10 minutes later. They don't talk about how sometimes being an adult feels like managing tiny fires all day long. Nothing dramatic, just small things. Tiny little responsibilities popping up everywhere. Oh, look, another email. Oh, look, I need toothpaste. Oh, look, taxes exist again. But somewhere along the way, I've started realizing something that is almost comforting. I don't think adulthood is about finally reaching some point where you completely know what you're doing. I think adulthood is realizing that almost everyone is improvising more than they want to admit. Some people are just better at looking calm while they do it. And honestly, that is so freeing because suddenly I don't have to hold myself to this impossible standard where I become perfectly organized and perfectly certain and perfectly together all the time. I can stop waiting for some future version of myself to magically appear and take over. I can stop assuming confidence means certainty. Because confidence actually seems to look a lot more like saying, I don't fully know what I'm doing here, but I trust myself enough to figure it out. And that feels different. That feels lighter. Because maybe adulthood isn't mastering life. Maybe adulthood is building a relationship with uncertainty and realizing you survive it over and over again. Maybe it's learning that being responsible doesn't mean being perfect. Maybe it's understanding that everyone around you is also making it up a little as they go. Even the really organized people, even the people with color coded calendars, even the people who somehow remember to thaw chicken in advance. Suspicious, but probably true. So, yes, I'd still like to file my complaint. I'd like fewer emails. I'd like fewer passwords. I'd like someone else to decide dinner for approximately the next 20 years. But until then, I think I'll keep reminding myself that maybe none of us are actually failing at adulthood. Maybe we're all just figuring it out in real time. And honestly, we're doing better than we think. And I think by admitting that, that's where the magic lives. Thank you for listening to Creative Imperfections. Always remember, there's magic in the mess. If you enjoyed this episode, share it, subscribe, and keep showing up for your beautifully imperfect journey. Until next time.